Well, as the world turns its attention to the Winter Olympics in Sochi, one Australian athlete has been setting records in another, perhaps lesser known sport, hang gliding. John Durand set new world records in the 100 and 300 kilometre out and return speed disciplines last month when he flew over the Great Australian Bight. To tell us more about the feat, John Durand joins me now. John Durand, first of all, tell me, I've got absolutely no idea, what is the 100 and 300 kilometre out and return?
Well, basically, it's speed over distance. So the 300 kilometre was 150 kilometres out along the amazing cliffs of the Great Australian Bight, and then to a certain waypoint there, and then I turned around and flew 150 kilometres back to my starting point.
And you had to reach a particular speed?
I did, yeah. The old speed was 56 kilometres per hour on the 300 kilometre flight, and I managed to make it 72 kilometres per hour. So
you've really smashed that record?
Yeah, I've upped it a little bit. The weather wasn't perfect for that flight, so there's still a little bit more room to go on that one, I think.
So how do you judge the conditions to try to make an attempt at a speed record like that, covering a certain distance at a certain speed?
You know, that's a good question. The weather played a huge part in these world records, and thankfully I had UBIMET, weather station down in Melbourne, that were there on site to provide me with the best possible forecast and try to predict the winds to stay, you know, blowing up the cliff line all day long. And
so do you pick a location well ahead of time? I know surfers, for example, chase big waves depending on weather reports around the world, or did you know that was a good spot for wind?
The previous records were set there in Eucla, and it's very difficult to find a cliff line that stretches so long. And this, you know, it's very unique just for that in itself, because there's very few places in the world where you could do records like this. And
how do you actually prepare for something like this, though?
That's a good question. I did about 3 months of training, physical training, just because...
What sort of training do you have to do?
It was a lot of core strength training, a bit of mental training, just basically because I'm flying at such high speeds for such a long period of time. I mean, the first flight was nearly 4.5 hours, flying at around 100 kilometres per hour. So, you know, flying that close to the cliffs and continuously moving my body around, you know, requires a fair bit of training. So it was, you know, a fair bit of work before the project, and I think it paid off in the end.
So you've always got the land in sight when you're trying to do something like this? You haven't gone directly off the coast for hundreds of kilometres out into the middle of the ocean before you turn around?
No, that's right. I'm basically flying along the cliff line, so I flew 150 kilometres along the cliff lines. However, you know, the landing options were the ocean or in severe turbulence behind the cliffs. So, you know, that was probably the biggest fear for me, was ending up in the ocean down below with the big sharks down there. And
indeed. What's actually involved in hang gliding?
Well, that's a good question. It's basically we strap wings to us and we jump off a cliff and fly.
Make it sound simple.
It's just a weight shift aircraft, so we're simply moving our weight around to control the glider, and you know, generally we use hot air currents to keep us in the sky and fly long distances. In this case, I was basically just relying on the wind hitting the cliffs to keep me flying.
So you've created these two new world records. What next?
That's a good question. I'm off to the New South Wales state titles in a week, and then off to Mexico for the pre-World Championships.
How competitive is the sport of hang gliding around the world?
You know, it's actually quite competitive. It's just not a lot of people know about hang gliding, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, there's probably going to be 100 plus pilots competing in the pre-World Championships, and you know, from all over the world. So, you know, it's quite a high standard of pilots out there, and it's just, unfortunately, it's a small family, but we all know each other, so it's, you know,
I'm sure
good times.
there's more records to smash, and we wish you all the very best. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Durand.